So many persons have taken to the streets of Nigeria to protest the arrest of VeryDarkMan VDM.
People don't know they mess with the wrong person. I mean, they mess with the whole country because see as VDM, small VDM, see as he block road, who's small? See as he block road. Only VDM, 9 block this time. Yes, yes, free VDM, see as he block road. They mess with the freaking wrong person.
Now, so many persons as at Monday have been protesting the arrest of VDM on the streets of Abuja, Lagos, Port Harcourt, and other cities. And this protest started. You can see young and old lovers of VeryDarkMan on the streets of Abuja protesting the arrest of VDM. And for 3 days, he has been held in custody without any statement from the EFCC. So these people are here protesting that VeryDarkMan should be released unconditionally. So many persons were doing their protests online. So many persons have been asking several questions, and EFCC up till this moment, or even up to the point when people started going to the streets to protest, have not given an official statement. Rather, they've come out to debunk statements that were accredited to them. People are asking what were the reasons for his arrest. A lot of persons have thrown their weight behind the protest. People like Davido, Peter Obi, Deji, human rights lawyer, Naira Marley, Jojo of Lele, and a lot of them name them. So even Shane Kuti, a lot of them have said what EFCC has done is unlawful. In fact, one of those very important one is the statement that I was credited to Peter Obi when he said, if law enforcement agents will go about arresting people in a manner that appears to be an abduction, how would citizens be able to differentiate between a real abduction and when law enforcement agents are doing their job? And any form of oppression of dissenting voices, any form of oppression on people that speak about the ills of society, it's something that should not be tolerated by everyone. In fact, Davido in his statement also said that the reaction from Nigerians have shown that people actually appreciate when people do good. And it calls for more persons to actually help the less privileged in society because so many persons have gone far. In fact, the protest started from Friday when the news of the arrest of VDM was made known to everyone. In fact, foreigners, even foreigners, have joined their voices to call for the unconditional release of VeryDarkMan.
Ross is very angry because he's a good person. And it's not just empty talking. Let me tell you how I got to know VeryDarkMan. There was a Tanzanian named Peter who took Ross issues, was 1 million in cash, and he tried to cheat me. Nigeria's brothers told me to seek VDM's help. I just messaged my problem to VDM, and the next day, he make a video to expose it. Later, Ross get a little money back. He was willing to help a stranger, a Chinese, without any reward. So Ross says he's a good person and impossible to have done anything illegal. So I want to say to the Nigerian government, you are a great country with land, resource, and labor. You can definitely to develop your country well. But look at the current situation. Your people are starving, and those who work don't get a good payment. And those who do business don't make a good profit. So I think you are arrested with him because he often speaks out on those public issues. You cannot solve the problem. So you choose to silence those who raise them. Isn't that shameless?
So many persons have used the opportunity to cancel GT Bank. In fact, so many persons have been bringing different revelations about things that GT Bank have been doing in the past. People have used this opportunity to vent their frustrations when it comes to the activities of GT Bank and all that. In fact, the protest on Monday started at GT Bank in Abuja, where VeryDarkMan was allegedly taken into custody by the operations of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. Up till when these protests were going on the streets, EFCC had not released any formal statement as to why VeryDarkMan was taken into custody.
EFCC holding VDM down for more than 3 days without telling us the reason why you arrested him is evil and unprofessional. You guys don't rate us. You guys don't rate us. Tell me, was there no reason for you to go arrest him? Why did you go arrest him? So we're not getting to arrest him. Okay, you had 4 days with his phone after beating him to collect password. Why are we not seeing your official report? Why? Why? You held him down in your office in Abuja here. It's in your office here for no reason. Whatever the offense you want to manufacture today is bailable. It's bailable. It is bailable. What are people doing? What are people doing? Nigerian youth, I'm talking to people because this thing they are doing is an injustice to all of us. All of us, we have a say as Nigerians. No matter what happens in this country, everybody living in this country has a say.
EFCC has debunked all those statements that were credited to them. So why was he taken? Is it because VeryDarkMan recently have been saying a lot of things about the EFCC, even threatening to expose the EFCC and their corruption and all that? Is that why the EFCC, they are trying all means to silence him? Why was he taken into custody? These are the questions so many persons are asking. So many persons have even called EFCC, GT Bank's customer care, saying a lot of things. So many persons have withdrawn their money, even asked family members to go ahead and close their bank accounts with GT Bank. And so many persons are worried because GT Bank is the only institution concerned that have been responding, trying to clear themselves. But the question is, how did these people, EFCC, know the exact branch that VDM went to do these transactions? And there is also this rumor, allegedly, that VDM was held inside a bank for some minutes, which enabled the operatives of the EFCC to meet him at that branch where the arrest took place, outside the bank branch. So all these questions are left to EFCC, but as concerned citizens, we must be concerned first how people are taken into custody. If for any reason VDM has committed any offense, I think the first thing that should be done is to invite him for questioning. If he refuses to come, beautiful, they can go ahead and arrest him, or maybe arrest him in a civil way. But everything points towards the direction that, okay, these people are actually looking for something to indict him with, something that they can say, okay, this is what this guy is guilty of and all that. And it's taking too long for the public to know what VDM has done. It is actually taking too long for people to know the crime VDM committed. So we are calling on the EFCC to release VDM if they have nothing against him. But if they have something against him, nobody is above the law. If they have something against him, then they should come out and say it and say, this is what VDM has done, and charge him to court. That is what everyone is saying. In fact, VDM's friend Kokopi is even challenging the EFCC to come up with something, what they feel or why they have arrested VDM, because he feels that VDM has done nothing wrong. And there's even this allegation from him that EFCC is also trying to arrest him. Is it that from the phones, as alleged by the friend, that they were trying to get passwords to their phone and all that to try to get information? Is it that from these phones they've not been able to get what they want, and they feel this information may be with the friend Kokopi and all that?
Kokopi, we have arrested VDM. We arrested you. I'm not scared of arrest. I am coming to your office today in EFCC. Me and my legal team. Tell us what VDM has done. Tell us what VDM has done. Because enough is enough. You carry him. If it's a normal boy that you people carry before normally, by this morning, another announce 15-year-old boys were arrested. You hold VDM now, you are fabricating different things because VDM says the truth. Is the truth now a crime in Nigeria? Is it a crime in Nigeria? This rubbish has to stop. It has to stop. All die and die this morning. All die and die. This is Monday morning. We are waiting for people to tell us what VDM has done. Tell us what VDM has done this morning. Tell us what VDM has done. EFCC, you have 2 hours today to tell us what he has done.
So many questions Nigerians are asking, and these questions are begging for serious answers. And we expect the EFCC, we expect all those that are involved in this arrest. We've seen so many persons even being very happy, especially those persons that have been fighting with VeryDarkMan for a while now. People like D1, Nedu, Bobrisky, name them. These people have been in very joyful mood, rejoicing over this very arrest that so many persons refer to as abduction. But the question is, even if VDM has been against them and has done what they feel or they think is unforgivable, is the manner in which he was taking the right thing to be done? Is the way VDM was arrested the right thing to be done in a civil society? I don't think so. These are the questions that these people need to sit down and ask themselves, because today it could be VDM, tomorrow it could be another person. So everybody must stand against what we feel is wrong, not finding who is involved. So this is, on a personal note, calling for the EFCC to release a statement and say this is what VDM has done, and prosecute him. If it's something that he has done wrong, then he should face the law. But if he has done nothing, then I think he needs to be released unconditionally. Then at that point, VDM has all the right to sue, and EFCC or whoever is involved in this whole thing will pay for damages. I think that's the point where it's now difficult for EFCC to just let him go if they've actually found nothing on him.
I'm here with VeryDarkMan wife.
He's very dark man. He's very dark man. He has not done anything. He never do anything.
Fighter, like a Tory's leader. You guys should free VeryDarkMan within the next 48 hours.
He's fighting for the country. He's fighting for us. He's fighting for me and you. He's very dark man.
VeryDarkMan is not the problem of Nigeria. VeryDarkMan is only fighting for the poor people and the less privileged.
In respect of VDM kidnapped, he was kidnapped on the 2nd of May, and we are demanding immediate release of VDM. VDM is not a criminal. If GTB or the federal government feel that he has committed any offense, they have all the time, all the apparatus to invite him or to call him.
Yes.
Not to kidnap him at this very point. So what we are demanding for unconditional release of VDM.